Hey guys, my name's Stody, but this is our special bedtime story. But it's called A Sound Like Someone Trying Not to Make a Sound. But it's by John Irvin. Irving. Just giving me. Gotta read the story.
Okay, Judy, let's find out and shall we something like do something when I say. Tom woke up, but Tim did not. It was the middle of the night. Did you hear that? Tom asked his brother. But Tim was only 2. Even when he was awake, he didn't talk much. Tom woke up his father and asked him, "Did you hear that sound?" "What did it sound like?" his father asked. "It sounded like a monster with no arms and no legs, but it was trying to move," Tom said. "How can it move with no arms and no legs?" his father asked. "It wriggles," Tom said. "It slides on its fur." "Oh, it has fur," his father asked. It pulls itself along with its teeth," Tom said. "It has teeth too," his father explained. "I'll tell you, it's a monster, Tom said. "But what exactly was the sound that woke you up?" his father asked. "It was a sound like in a closet. If only a mommy's dresses came alive and it tried to climb down off the hanger," Tom said. "Let's go back to your room and listen for the sound," Tom's father said. And there was Tim, still asleep. He still hadn't heard the sound. It was a sound like someone pulling the nails out of the floorboards under the bed. It was a sound like a dog trying to open a door. Its mouth was wet, so it couldn't get a good grip on a doorknob. But it won't still trying. Eventually the dog will get it, Tom thought. It was a sound like a ghost in an attic, dropping the peanuts it had stolen from the kitchen. It was a sound like someone trying not to make a sound. "There's the sound again!" Tom whispered to his father. "Did you hear that?" This time, Tim woke up too. It was a sound like something caught inside the headboard of the bed. It was eating its way out. It was gnawing through the wood. It seemed to Tom that the sound was definitely the sound of the armless, legless monster dragging its thick, wet fur. "It's a monster!" Tom cried. "It's just a mouse crawling between the walls," his father said. Tim screamed. He didn't know what a mouse was. It frightened him to think of something with wet, thick fur and no arms and no legs crawling between the walls. How did something like that get between the walls anyway? But Tom asked his father. "It's just a mouse?" His father thumped against the wall with his hand, and they listened to the mouse scurrying away. "If it comes back again," he said to Tom and Tim, "just hit the wall." "A mouse crawling between the walls," said Tom. That's all it was. He quickly fell asleep, and his father went back to bed and fell asleep too. But Tim was awake the whole night long because he didn't know what a mouse was, and he wanted to be awake when a thing crawling between the walls came crawling back. Each time he thought he heard a mouse crawling between the walls, Tim hit the wall with his hand, and the mouse scurried away, dragging his thick, wet fur and its no arms and legs with it. And that is the end of the story.
Wow, that's gotta be you and I. Never mind, I'll see you next time.
Well, anyway, that's it for this video.